Am I the only one that didn't know Adam's secret? It seemed like everyone in town had their own theories, their own whispers behind closed doors. But me, I was completely in the dark. Adam was always a bit of a mystery, but I never imagined the depth of his secrets. Buckle up, this one's a wild ride. You see, in our small town, nothing ever really happens. It's the kind of place where everyone knows everyone, and secrets are hard to keep. But Adam, he was different. He managed to keep his life under wraps, and that only made the revelation all the more shocking. In a small town, Adam was an enigma. He was the kind of person who blended into the background, never drawing too much attention to himself. He had a routine, a pattern that he rarely deviated from. Every morning he'd walk to the local coffee shop, order the same black coffee, and sit in the corner reading a book. He kept to himself, rarely seen outside his routine. People would nod at him in passing, but no one really knew him. He was a ghost in our midst, a shadow that moved through the town without leaving a trace. But then something changed. But then a letter arrived. It was a simple envelope, nothing out of the ordinary at first glance, but it was addressed to Adam, and it had no return address, just his name, written in a neat, almost mechanical handwriting. No return address, just his name. Adam was puzzled. He didn't receive much mail, and certainly not from unknown senders. He opened the envelope with a mix of curiosity and apprehension. "I know what you did," it read. The words were simple, but they carried a weight that Adam couldn't ignore. What could it mean? What had he done? Confused, Adam dismissed it as a prank. Until another letter came. This one was more direct, more personal. It included a photo of him, taken from a distance, leaving a house he didn't recognize. This time, a photo. Him, leaving a house he didn't recognize. Panic set in. Who was watching him, and why? Panic set in. Someone was watching. Adam's mind raced with possibilities. Was it someone from his past? Someone he had wronged? Letters kept coming, each more disturbing. They arrived almost daily, each one more cryptic than the last. Some contained photos of him in places he didn't remember visiting. Others had messages hinting at a dark past, a life he couldn't recall, and photos of him in places he didn't remember. Adam's confusion grew with each letter. He started to doubt his own memories, his own sanity. Messages hinting at a dark past. Finally, an address appeared. It was an old abandoned house on the outskirts of town, a place that had been empty for years, shrouded in mystery and rumors. An abandoned house now. Adam knew he had to go. He had to find out who was behind the letters and what they wanted from him. Adam followed the lead, desperate for answers. The house was even more eerie in person. Its windows were boarded up and the front door creaked ominously as he pushed it open. Inside, he found a box of photos, him and strangers. The photos were old, yellowed with age. They showed Adam with people he didn't recognize in places he had never been. Then a dead man. The sight was shocking, a body lying in the corner of the room, covered in dust and decay. Heart pounding, Adam turned to find Mrs. Gray. She was an old woman from the town, someone he had seen around but never really spoken to. "Everyone has secrets," she whispered. Adam's world unraveled. Mrs. Gray's words echoed in his mind. What did she know? What was she hiding? So, what did he do? Or worse, what was he about to discover? The questions swirled in his mind, each one more terrifying than the last. Or worse, what was he about to discover? Adam knew he had to find out the truth, no matter how painful it might be. He had to uncover the secrets of his past and face whatever consequences awaited him. The journey was just beginning, and the answers were out there, waiting to be found.